Hello everyone and welcome to the 8th and last regular season week of EGFH Fall 2019 for Rocket League. Today we have a best of 5 match between the Sheehan Titans playing against the Woodstock Centaurs. I of course want to thank our wonderful sponsors, the Yukon School of Engineering and the Yukon Gaming Club, for helping make this season possible. I am Cavan Navik Dignan and today I'm joined by Jordan FBI Tugboat Fitzpatrick. How are you doing today, Tug?
I am doing very, very well. Still a little bit jet lagged from a longer trip that I took, but I'm doing well, man. I'm excited here at Castle Rocket League.
Yeah, it's always good to cast some Rocket League. So, coming into this game, this is the last week of the season that we've seen play out throughout the entirety.
Yeah, a little morbid, right? A little sad, you know, the end of right?
Yeah, no, I mean, it is the end, but we will be going into playoffs and things after this, so that is exciting. And kicking it off immediately, we should say we have the Woodstock Centaurs in blue and the Sheehan Titans in that nice warm orange. And there's a sub today on their last week for the Woodstock Centaurs. We have Extra, who we haven't seen play all season.
Yes, sir. Airspeed has been getting it going here. Really been the star player so far. But like you said, I have not seen Drone quite yet. It'll be interesting to see what he does and how he affects this game.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And at the moment, there is a lot of back and forth. Some good ball control coming out from Mixo. Mixo trying to get the rebound. Unfortunately, it goes over the ball. His team, though, Zaldasarius is there to follow it up. Mappa Baggins now managing to gain some ball control. They're being patient. Okay. Oh, we see the bump coming out as it is stolen by Airspeed. Airspeed chipping it past one, passing it to Mappa Baggins. Mixo clearing it out, trying now to gain some space. They managed to get past two of the defenders, and at the moment, we have been seeing I believe the Woodstock Centaurs still haven't won a set this season, so they may have won
mighty
one.
Unfortunate. Yeah. This has been pretty even so far. It's interesting with the defense we saw there a second ago. You're really not going to see a ball sit in the corner like that long at these levels. But really, this has not come across with one person that has clear advantage. You know, if we had a counter for time of possession, it'd be pretty even right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of back and forth. Airspeed getting it past two of the defenders. There's a practically open goal as the demolition does come out onto Mixo there, and that's going to be goal number 1 from the Centaurs.
Nicely done. Was that Airspeed? Yeah, I think that was Airspeed knocking this in and taking out the defender. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, nicely done. Offense and defense all wrapped into one.
Yeah, no, that was really, really clean. The rotations there from the Titans needed to be tighter, right? He got it past two of them. And I don't know if those are lucky boosters. He might be able to find a second goal here. Mixo managing to save it. Airspeed definitely putting on the pressure today, though.
Seriously. This has been an electric one so far. Almost another one right there, though. I mean, what we always say, 1-0 is not an advantage at all. 2-0 is the beginning of one.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. Being on a net total lead is definitely very, very handy, as we see that happening right now by the Woodstock Centaurs. Mappa Baggins finding goal number 2.
Yeah, speaking in Chalapir here. So it looks like Drone's been doing well so far. I don't believe he's gotten either of these goals, but he is definitely meshing well with this team. A very beneficial addition here with the sub X-Drone 325 for the Woodstock.
Yeah, we're going to get a lovely tap in there. That's going to be goal number 3.
Wow, okay, so kind of running away with this now here. That's the Sheehan Titans just I mean, that was a solid attempt. That was really just a rough break, you know, by hitting the top bar there. That really could have gone either way.
Yeah, and now going back into the kickoff here. It is won by the Titans as they make an attempt. Airspeed managing to save it. We should be seeing some strong rotations coming out at the moment, but it is going to get the position. It's going to get stolen, sent it up 4, and it is cleared away immediately as Airspeed takes control once again. Zaldasarius just going to let it go straight over him, not get it recentered for the opposition, as they're going to try and run it past the defenders now. Unfortunately, it is stopped. And at the moment, they really need to start tightening their game up.
This is really, really up and down. I've seen some way too hard hits coming out from the Sheehan Titans here, the orange team again, just unnecessarily so. You know, I feel like this has been hit away from them and then hit away again from their teammates just by trying to knock the crap out of the ball.
Yeah, and all right, the steal comes out from Extra and rebounding at center. Airspeed following it up. It does get cleared by Mixo. A good save there. A bit of an upward pinch as now they're going to try and clear this out. They need to start gaining some ground here, Tug.
Yeah, 3-0 now at the minute 40. I mean, and these breakaways, we've seen Baba and we've seen Airspeed get on these long breakaways like so far. Really, again, I just think these defenders just maybe, I mean, just slow down a little bit, and I think they'll be in better position, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, that would make sense. As we see the
nice rebound.
Double tap coming out there. Yeah, off the backboard. That worked out really well. A good pass from Papa Baggins here. Set it up on the backboard. Airspeed set up. Was waiting patiently. Managed to just get it past the defenders there. Bringing them a net total of 4 goals. They are killing it at the moment.
Yeah, right past the defender there. Very well done. And like we said, there's the Woodstock Centaurs that have not gotten the W quite yet.
Yes.
Yeah. They're in fine formation to get themselves first one today in the last match of regular season. Is that correct?
That is 100% correct. I am just double checking that is the case. I don't know. The Woodstock Centaurs have won 1 game. So.
Okay, gotcha. They're looking for their second.
Yes. But when you look over the statistics, overall, Ludlow Falcons has 3, Sheehan Titan, like, yeah. So at the moment, okay, the goal doesn't go in there. But at the moment, the Woodstock Centaurs are the only ones without multiple wins.
Got it. So they've only taken 1. Understood. Nice bump there. Wall Python on the end. I feel like the defensive here, these teams have shown way more prominence on defense, I feel like. There's been a couple of almost sloppy goals, right?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, it might
both ways.
Yeah, it might just be that they know that they can waste the minute. And just letting their opposition score a few, you know, it's sometimes nice. I'm not saying that you should be doing that. I'm just, you know,
and they're definitely not being like given up.
No, but you lax a little bit, right, when you've got a 4-goal lead when the time is running down.
I can dig it.
But that laxing might, you know what they say, overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. And if this is causation of them getting overconfident, that's not a good plan.
I'll throw another one out there for you, that hubris is the downfall of the great man. A team up 4-0. If they did allow those 2, which again, I don't think so really. They definitely weren't goals that are given up now. But, I mean, Zalta and this team has shown that they can hit, I mean, nasty little corner shots like that and score from any part of this field.
And it looks like they're going to attempt to regain some of this momentum. Wall Python now running it down. All he has to do is get it past the 3 defenders. The dunk is occurred as Extrone does get dunked on. Now Papa Baggins recenter and get Airspeed taking control of that ball, getting 1-2. But it's immediately stolen away from Wall Python, now rebounding it. We're going to see Zaldazarius going for the setup. He goes to hit the ceiling. The timer is counting down here. This is it, do or die. If they want to take it into overtime, they really need to make something happen here. Wall Python chips it over 2 of them. He just needs to get 1 good hit as it's cleared away from Airspeed. Rebounding again. Airspeed's looking to make this happen. He's looking for another goal. He's not going to find it. But the Woodstock Academy Centaurs take game 1.
Oh, cheeky. I think that's what you the UK folks say, right? A cheeky shot there, trying to add another one on top just cause.
Yeah.
Yeah. 8 shots by Airspeed. My oh my. Baba getting a goal of his own without even a shot. How interesting. Yeah, that was a particularly interesting game here towards the end, I feel like. We saw the Sheehan Titans obviously realized they need to score, and they need to score now. Back against the wall, there's no more time left. Coming through there and going from 4-0 all the way up to 3-4 is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we almost lost, or we almost saw the Woodstock there completely lose their lead. And again, we don't know if that was from overconfidence. We don't know if the Sheehan Titans were just warming up. But we did see them almost catch up 4 goals in the last minute.
Yeah, and especially done in a minute. It's so impressive, right? Yeah. 3 of them really, really back-to-back like that. And it's just not very often that you're going to see these scores, you know, hat tricks, right? Oh, up and down.
Yeah, I mean, Wall Python there off the kickoff. That was slow. That was patient. Zaldazarius getting a lovely ceiling drop right onto his teammate. And then the follow-up here. I mean, it doesn't get much cleaner than that.
Nope, it does not. Throw a splash on top. You can wash that one all day, and it's not going to get cleaner. Very good point. Wall Python all over that one.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, we see Mixo taking another shot. It is cleared away from airspeed. Zalta's area stopping that momentum as once again the ball control is in airspeed. Airspeed gets it past two of the defenders, and he is going to be able to find that goal.
Airspeed proving his name on this one already, man. We've seen nutty aerial plays from him every single time he touches these sticks in these stream matches now. Did not have as big an influence in the last match, but I feel like this guy has just started. He is not done till this clock goes 0.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, 1-1, and we're not even 30 seconds into this game. Like, we're just getting to 30 seconds.
Oh wow, yeah, I literally just noticed that too. That's insane. I guess they took a little bit longer for these delays and stuff, but the chips so far, something else definitely need to watch out for this in this map.
Yeah. I mean, Mixo now starting to gain some control. Needs to get it past airspeed there. Airspeed managing to clear it away. Hitting that backboard. He looks to follow it up. And oh my goodness, Zalta's taking a bit of a risky play there. Almost scoring an own goal.
Let's see. Sheehan Titans have been coming through here, and I feel like they've been keeping this ball on the wall like a whole lot. And just obviously your better shots are gonna be set up from somewhere towards the middle. It seems like they're almost having a little bit of trouble getting out from that corner.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, it was looking really, really good for the Titans there as they tried to clear it out. But at the moment, oh, yeah, no, there's a clear being made. SP takes a shot onto the goal. It gets saved by Mixo. What a fantastic save. Recentered by Papa Baggins. Now, oh, and Zalta's right time, right place as he manages to clear it away. It was looking a bit awkward there as Mixo made that commitment. And if Zalt wasn't there in time, that ball was going in.
I definitely saw that as well. Mixo definitely going to be happy that he has a teammate all over him on that one. We talk about coordination, we talk about communication, and that's really just Mixo's teammate being exactly where he needed to, and not like counting on your teammate to fail by any means, but just preparing for the worst.
Yeah, I mean, preparing for the worst is definitely what's going on at the moment. Recentered here, Zalta's looking to predict, whips it a little bit as Papa Baggins clears it out. I mean, at the moment, there's so much back and forth. That clock is running down. This feels like this game's going on for a lot longer, but again, it's only been 2 minutes.
Oh my goodness, that hit both sidebars.
Yeah, if anybody is looking down upon the Centaurs today, it's definitely showing as that was a miraculous, you could say, a miracle of the fact that didn't go in.
I would love to know, like, what single-digit percentage of the time that happens. Like once it hits first bar, how often it happens the second, because I will say that I have seen that a small handful of times in my life, but that angle is almost never there, especially at these higher levels. You're going to have these guys tip it afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot at the moment. 1-1. That I still can't believe that goal didn't go in. As we see Zalta's trying to center it for his teammate. Mixo looking to follow it up, but it does get cleared away by airspeed. The rebound off the sideboard here, going to trying to find something. Now the ball's just kind of hanging as everybody's going for it and missing. Airspeed being the one to make that connection. Gets a lovely long shot onto the crossboard. Once again, back and forth. I mean, at the moment... That
high shot right there just saved the Sheehan Titans all the way through. Bought them the time that they needed, and now the pressure is on the Woodstock Centaurs.
Yeah, there is a lot of pressure onto the Centaurs at the moment. The Centaurs obviously want to be going into this last week with a nice 3-0. Bring them up at least one more win throughout the season. Airspeed, trying to make something happen. Papa Baggins, they're clearing it out. Airspeed centering it, going for what he's known for. That airspeed looking to the flip reset. He doesn't get it, but Papa Baggins is there for the follow-up. Zalta's managing to save it as well. A demolition coming up from Mixo onto Papa Baggins as it looks like the Titans are on the aggression. They're trying to set this up.
I really like what the Woodstock Centaurs have been doing through here. Their offensive pushes have been so good, but the Titans just double manning this ball on defense. And with it tied up, they're looking like they're comfortable to push this into overtime.
Yeah, I mean, a minute left onto the clock. If the Centaurs can't find something here, I mean, oh my goodness, that was risky. Papa Baggins there, shooting the ball towards his goal. Fortunately, his teammate was there, X-Drone, ready to save it, clear it out. And again, the ball control just ends up in the hands of the Titans. They managed to, they're controlling it so well. The dunk happens here, centers it midfield, and the third player was not ready. Mixo was sitting in defense, making sure he was A-okay.
Yeah, it looks like the Titans now going with a 3-person press up the front. No, sorry, that's Wall Python sitting on back here. I think he's kind of played that role frequently so far.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, it's really working out for him as well. like, just staying back, relaxing. We might be going to overtime here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, unless something happens here, which is very possible. Airspeed has the ball. He gets it past one defender, gets past 2 defenders, and scores. What an absolute...
Last 2 seconds, my oh my.
Yeah, I mean, what an absolutely phenomenal attempt and a success.
See how these cars just like flying past him on both sides, and he just nails it right down the middle. The ability to aerially dribble like that, airspeed all day long, man. That is just impressive.
Yeah, and that's going to be the Centaurs taking game number 2, ladies and gentlemen, in this best of 5. So, if they're able to win one more game, they will be game, set, and match.
Yeah, I mean, just the last second shot, that is seriously just so impressive. I'm still like almost getting over that. Like in this team, it's just kind of surprising with plays like that from airspeed, and he's capable of doing these all day long. It's honestly kind of surprising they only have 1 W. Obviously, we've seen them on stream here many a times, and it is always a hard-fought match. They have gotten scored up against before, obviously. They have had bad rounds. They're not impervious by any means. Not all of their matches have been, you know, just losses by 1, but this is a great team, and when you even have one player like that can do this stuff like that in the air, just straight acrobatics, Cirque du Soleil, or however you say it. Seriously, man.
Yeah, no, Cirque du Soleil is definitely a good way to talk about that goal, right? The acrobatics
right? Yeah.
finesse was really there. And now into this kickoff, Papa Baggins recentering it up and immediately cleared away by Azarius. I mean, at the moment, right, this is what the Centaurs want. They want to be able to win this, but if that goes in from Wall Python from center field, then, I mean, that's a great start for the Sheehan Titans.
It really is, and again, I'm just kind of surprised we see these. You know, these are great players, and these long-range shots generally are going to be blocked off. There was just nobody really back there at the time. Maybe it was just a lack of coordination on who was getting boosted and who was staying in box.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, Azarius looking to try and make the 1-2 happen. Mixo stopping the momentum. Papa Baggins now starting to gain some control. Oh, the flip to come out. Wool Python centering it up into the ceiling. K looks for the aerial. Manages to get 1 tap out of it, followed up, and can they get it past the defenders? The double commit from Airspeed, and Papa Baggins there, risky, but did work out. Airspeed looking to get that fake out, but Papa Baggins manages to line it up once again. At the moment, the coordination is really starting to shine.
Yeah, what I want to see by the Sheehan Titans is basically some airspeed play. Something like getting this ball up, tipping it above, you know, defenders and seeing how that works, because the defense of the Woodstock Centaurs have really not been challenged like that so far in this match, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, the Centaurs have been allowed to kind of run rampant, but as we say that, right, we're saying that, but the Titans are up to 2 goals at the moment.
Yes, sir. Very true. These have been close ones so far. The first one being a little bit longer than the second one being about as short as you can get.
Yeah, I mean, going from a nice little tap and a center field goal, those are both, you know, they both work out as this kickoff starts off once again.
Goal's a goal.
Airspeed winning the kickoff. Papa Baggins not being able to follow it up though, but a lovely ceiling shot might just have this ball go in. No, it does hit that crossbar. Airspeed not finding the follow-up, neither does Papa Baggins, but Papa Baggins now rotating to play that aggression on that center field boost. Azarius saying, no, I'm sticking to this, and once again, a miracle save comes out. Oh my goodness.
And airspeed's there just in time. No more boost left. He doesn't need it. Somebody's looking down on this guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's working out for them really well. Although 2 goals down, at least they're not 3 goals down.
No, I hear you. I mean, that was just, I mean, again, I think about the statistic probabilities and just the amount so far of 2 different goals now that may have really played a serious role in outcomes of these games. Both of those just being super, I mean, that is lucky, because that's what you can call it, right? Like the ball hitting those places is just very unlikely.
Yeah, no, it is rather unlikely, and at the moment, the Centaurs need to make something happen, because they don't want to go from like this powerhouse the first 2 games to getting reverse sweep. Yeah. That would be the worst way for them to end.
Exactly, and we talk about momentum all the time. Being up 2-0 especially, I mean, this other team knows their record, you know, they don't want to be the second loss.
No, of course not. Like, you know, and it's not even be the second loss. They just don't want another loss on their record. And Zalazarius
Their
is
second
saying,
W, you know what I mean.
we really don't.
Yeah, Zalta filling up the team chat here. He really has been all over this ball. If there's an offensive player on the side of the Sheehan Titans, it is he. If there's a defensive player, it is Wall Python 3.
Yeah, I mean, Wall Python is playing this really well. He has done a fantastic job setting up his team. The rotation from the Titans compared to the last 2 games has been really, really solid as well. As we're seeing, every time a goal is being made, another player is on the opposite side of the field, ready to follow it up in case it rebounds, in case they try and kick it the other way. And then we've always got a defensive player. And as one commits for the ball, the other one who had just committed rotates back onto the defense. And then we just see this rotation where 2 players are always up front, 2 players always in the back. And it's really, really well coordinated, and it's working out for them compared to the last 2 games.
A very, very astute observation. That really does. I mean, you can see these players like lining it up, but it's really, really hard to read. And again, very, very astute on this one. This has been a lot of pressure so far the past 20 seconds or so against the Centaurs. And this really came off the back of some really just kind of courageous pass backs. We've seen Airspeed knock it back towards his teammate, towards his own goal several different times. It has not resulted in a goal against them yet, but just, again, a very, very bold play.
Yeah. I mean, Zalazarius now with some boost. Looks to make it happen. Airspeed, though, stealing the ball away. A minute left on the clock. 3 goals is what they need to try and find here. And that, we say it time and time again when we see these deficits, that's a tall task.
Tall task indeed. It is getting less and less likely every second that passes. Now, 1 minute in, there's definitely time for it. We've seen stranger things. I'm gonna make that pun again, even though it's not on the limited time mode anymore, isn't it?
It is no longer.
Oh well, it's not relevant anymore. Old man tugboat.
Yeah, I mean. Now, Airspeed looking to try and make something happen, and he is going to be able to. Only 2 more goals need to be made in these last 40 seconds.
Well, yeah, we talk about math, right? If you want to break it down, they had a minute left to get 3 goals. If you're talking about averages, that was 20 seconds on that one. Just have to do that 2 more times, gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, 2 more times, it's possible.
20 seconds, yeah, that's plenty of time to score a goal. We've seen these guys get in 5, right?
We're not 5 in 20 seconds.
Sorry, 5 seconds.
Yes.
A goal in 5 seconds. That's a second.
Yeah, there's the
They're
goal
actually
number
ahead,
2.
and they got plenty of time, right?
Yeah, I mean, they just gave themselves a net total of 8 seconds.
Long ball like that, I think the Sheehan Titans know now that they just need to kind of play back. You know, there's 28 seconds here, and this is their last shot. You know, they're down 2-0.
Oh my god, is this okay?
No way.
Okay. Mixo does
right.
clear that. Oh my goodness, and that's goal number 3!
Yeah, we should not let up and be suspicious of players not scoring when you got a player like Airspeed here. Look at that double tap, man. Call it Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean, that worked out super duper well.
Yeah, I think Airspeed's saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Decent little straightaway. Mixo's right there, though.
Yeah, right, and Mixo here. Trying to run it, alright, trying to recenter it for his teammate. Actually messes up his flip, and this is it. This is do or die. If this gets saved, and they manage to clear this away, we are going to go into overtime.
Yeah, this, I think, is going to be done. Yeah, this is, honestly, if I'm the Woodstock Centaurs, I let this drop down, I let it go to overtime, and I let this go to a 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, here comes the kickoff. Airspeed managing to win it as it does get into the side. But Zalazarius saying, no, you didn't win it. I'm going to put some pressure on. I'm going to try and clear this out. Now, Mixo trying to recenter it. Airspeed getting it, though. And Airspeed is deadly from those wall shots. Oh! He just pings it in and out of nowhere from a 3-goal deficit. Going into, with like, what, a minute left? Going into overtime. Yeah. And then managing to just ping it off the wall like that straight into the goal. Airspeed and the Centaurs played absolutely phenomenally. They did a fantastic job, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah,
Airspeed must have had a sniper rifle loaded up in that car or something like that. That was the second long ball shot that was absolutely perfect, and I believe that was the assistance of some wall too. Call it snooker or pool, depending on where where you live. Because seriously, that was just the perfect angle, and bounced it off the wall just like you wouldn't billiards, man. Yeah. He got a couple of these, and obviously they won by 1, in the previous match, so that mattered there. and then he came through, won this game again in overtime.
Yeah, and sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. But I'd like to thank you all for tuning into once again the final week of the regular season of EGFH Fall 2019 with the Woodstock Academy Centaurs taking the victory. Tune in later today at 6:05 EST to watch the Founders Invitational, where we will be seeing some of those Founders colleges playing it out in some Rocket League. And you can also tune in at 4:15 p.m. tomorrow for our regular EGFH Overwatch. You can follow us at official EGF on Twitter and Twitch for updates and announcements. And once again, I'd like to thank our absolutely fantastic sponsors, the UConn School of Engineering and the UConn Gaming Club, for helping make this season possible. My name has been Cavan Navik Dignan, and you can find me on Twitter at NavikCasts.
Yes, sir. And I'm FBI Tugboat. You can find me over there on Twitter at FBI_Tugboat.
And we will see you later today.